Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Minecraft Attack of the B-Team. Back on Mars, made a lot of good progress, I feel. Let's just avoid that. Ooh. Avoid that skeleton. And we'll get right back down to it. I guess I should start with the bad news. I was working on the processing room down at the far side of the mining laser chamber, we'll call it. And I was just working away. Happy as you please. Now, before I go any further, I should mention that there are occasionally problems that show up. Specifically, if the chunks don't load properly, there can be issues with the power. So what happens is, like, these things will be generating power, and the power won't get to, like, the refineries. Or it'll just, like, mysteriously stop. Like, these two will get power, and then the rest of them won't, for whatever reason. And you have to kind of jigger around with them. You know, you have to get up here with the wrench and sort of connect and disconnect everything, and and fiddle with it to get to recognize the power. Okay, so I was down in the processing room, which is down there, mining things out, putting in the canvas blocks, putting in the lighting, making it all nice. Then I come back up here to refill my oxygen tanks, and I can't refill my oxygen tanks. So I come up here, just like I always do. I go to the oxygen compressor thing here, and this thing was out of power and out of oxygen, which really kind of scared me because I was kind of low. And so I come back here, and then I realize that the bubble wasn't here either. And so I check this, and this was out of power and out of oxygen. So now I come over here, and then that's, everything was fine here. Like, this was full of oxygen, but nothing had any power. This thing here stopped outputting. Right, so I had to come in here and rejigger that connection, and all this powered back up, and that was fine. The sad part is, while I was down there, because I have my oxygen, there's no oxygen distributor down there, so I have my tanks and everything. I didn't notice. All of the oxygen distribution equipment ran out of power while I was down there for a good 20-30 minutes. So you might notice it's a little quiet because all of the oxygen distributors in here went down and everything died. Gone. That was totally an accident. But I guess that does kind of sort of solve my problem for what I was going to do with those. Oh well. It happens. I have the mob spawner there, so I can make more. But, oops. Gotta be a little bit more diligent and making sure everything continues to work, but we shall press on. And press on we will right now. Going back down. Everything's pretty much the same here. This was all like these ran out of fuel and everything because it was all screwed up upstairs, but I fixed it all. Everything's been running fine. This actually disconnected just recently, and I'll show you. You might notice the airlock there. So the processing room is pretty much done. These things are holding steady. Everything's good. Everything's good, so we'll go in here. And this is the processing room. Pretty nice, right? This is where all the materials get stored when they're done being processed. The raw materials come out of a pipe in the floor over here. Both mining drills come up, they combine under the floor, and they pop up right here. And yeah, this is, and it works good. It works good. In fact, you can see this is just someplace you can dump materials manually, and they'll filter through the system. Miscellaneous crap ends up here, which it's a rare thing that these pop up, really. Although I might have a, let's set up a deep storage unit for those, shall we? I'm going to need that. I'm going to need, I have one item frame left. That's good. It doesn't really matter. Let's plug it in right here. And we'll put the item frame on it. And we'll get I already have it in my inventory. That's good. Save one, put the rest in here. And, oops. We'll just stick that right in there. There we go. Now there's basically this pipe goes in and it's just nothing but pipes all behind all of these. So you can just plug a deep storage unit in and it's fine. But there's no filtering on that pipe. So the only thing that keeps these things segregated is the fact that a deep storage unit can only have one thing in it. So if by any chance you take the last one of any of these items out, then anything can go in and fill it up again. So you got to watch out for that. But other than that, it's pretty good. And again, this is just like an overflow chest now. In fact, I can probably reset that filter. Doop. We'll take that off. So right now it's just Just going to take the sulfur. So things come up in here, and each one of these has a filter on it for the various items. The gems go in here. I decided to use hoppers as an intermediate because they're instant, and they will feed into the machines automatically. Like if I just use the chest, I would need another piece of item duct, and I'd have to, you know, put a filter in it and have it powered like this to have it suck out. But these can only do one stack at a time, and they get clogged, and it slows everything up. But these have 5 inventory slots in them, and they feed pretty much instantly straight through. So they make good buffers for the equipment. The gems come in here. This automatically breaks them. There's a buffer chest here because this thing will only output to a chest. Pain in my ass. But it does go into the pipe. Then everything comes across here. These all have filters on them, so this is everything that gets fed into this pulverizer. And then we have this pulverizer. This is a trap chest to keep these two from attaching to each other, because a hopper will take from a double chest, whereas the pipes will only take to and from the one chest, the half chest, if that makes any sense. So this is everything for this pulverizer. And so these generate dust, and they come out the bottom here, right? Both the primary and secondary products. They'll come around here, and they make another pass through the system, and they get caught up in here. If they need to. If it's a dust or something, it'll get caught up in here, and it'll go through the redstone furnaces. If it's like a diamond or an emerald or a redstone or something that doesn't need to be put through a furnace, it'll just bypass all these because of the filters and go right into the storage. So everything kind of circulates in here. Everything just circulates in here until it's ready, and then it goes into the storage, and everything's fine. So I got tons of stuff, and should have plenty of storage. I never have to worry about these overfilling. I got a little workstation here. I might move the rest of the machine room in here. I got these oxygen seals here. This is what I wanted to focus on today. I want to seal off this room. Now, the best I can do, because these need oxygen in one side and power in the other, there's no good way to sort of connect these, so I have these covers here. And the covers should help. Unfortunately, you can't make the canvas blocks into covers, so it's a little like the colors don't quite match. And it kind of sucks, but such as it is. So I've been trying to get this room to seal, and it won't seal. And it dawned on me just before I started recording what exactly the problem is, because I got the power coming up through here, right? And I got this you can see it easier over here. Like this panel here is made of quartz, but you can see there's a gap between the pipe and the panel. That prevents the seal from forming. So I have the power here, and of course the conduit itself doesn't seal anything, so that's basically a broken seal that goes all the way back to where it's connected. And I have the item duct here, which of course is all unsealable, and that connects to the next chamber over. So it's like these two little gaps here, and the power one right there, prevents this whole room from being sealed. So my goal today is to try and solve that. But first I want to make sure that I have enough oxygen sealing capacity here. So I got to dig this up. Should be right here. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so this is one hole that goes up and around to where it's connected. So we got to take this out. Oh, where'd that piece of oxygen pipe go? Oh, I got it. So that should seal that off. And then I have the item ducts, which 1, 2, 3 should be right here. Yep, there it is. And oh, pants. So there's another leak point right there. There's a leak point up there and a leak point down here. So I got to seal it off here, I guess. All right. Just do that temporarily, and then I got to do the same thing over here, right? 1, 2, 3. There it is. Right here. Take that out. Okay. So that should seal this room off. Oh, sealed. Hey, all right. This room is sealed. Do I need both seals? It's running out of oxygen because no, I disconnected the oxygen pipe. But okay, that's good. Or let's enable. Okay, so one seal isn't going to do it. 2 seals will. So I have the right amount of seals here. I was right about that. Cool. That's good. So now all I need to do is make sure it stays that way. So to that end, I have a sealable oxygen pipe, which I'll stick right here. And that'll create a more permanent seal on that side. And I have an energy cube there, which way is the output again? I can never remember. Blue the output? No, orange is the output. All right. So blue input and orange output. So we're good there. Because the energy cells are sealable. Maybe I should put the big one in. Oh, you pants. Come here. I'll put the big cell in. Because you might as well, right? I don't want to be running out of power here. Doop. Bear with me, I'm just going to whack this in. Yep. Yep. And the oxygen sealed pipe. And you know, I need the oxygen pipe. Where did I put it? There it is. So coordinated. Okay. Let's bury all that. That takes care of that. So this should now be working again. Yeah, we have full oxygen. And you gotta turn both of them on or it's not gonna work. And you gotta wait for this to check again. It should work. There we go. So now I can take my... Yay, we have oxygen in here. That's terrific. Alright. Now I gotta get the items through. So I was thinking you need a block that has inventory but is also sealable. A chest is not going to do it, but I think a hopper might. Because if you look here, a hopper completely fills the hole, right? So I'm going to test that out now. Well, I can leave those on, it doesn't matter. But I got to figure out how to do this. So that's going to come in here. See, the big problem is I got this right here. So I gotta kind of work around this somehow. Where am I? Okay. I'm over. Ooh, I'm stuck. Okay. So we can't do that. I may have to go over first. Oh, please let me get out. Thank you. I may have to go over first and then down. So even if I dig here, I got the water to deal with. That's not going to work. So how far over do I have to go to avoid the shenanigans? Alright, there's my seal there. I'm thinking I'll dive under this with the pipe, right? So if I'm over here, I should have a clear shot down. There we go. Okay, let's try. I'll go over and down. And get a little bonus light. That's good. Over and... well, I don't want to go down maybe that far. Now the... okay. I'm going to have to rejigger that a bit. Put that there and whack it with the wrench. Now this will work fine. The items will go right into there and everything will be happy. Then I can come back with the item here. I need some... well, I don't need them, but I want them. Oh good, I have plenty. Get these pneumatic servos. Pick this up. Don't want to lose it. Put that in there. And whack it with the wrench. And configure it. Doom. Okay, so that'll automatically pump out. Now I got to bring this back up and over like this. And that should do it. I hope. If these things are sealable, then doing this Should solve my problem. Does it work? It works. Oh, it's working. That's terrific. Let's fill this in. You are wrong. There we go. And we'll do this. We'll cover this travesty of pipe work. Like so. And are we sealed? We're still sealed. Great, now we just have to do the same thing over here. So rip this all open. How did I do that? I was over here, right? So I had the hopper there. So that's a good tip. The hoppers are sealable item inventory. Which a chest is not sealable because you see the chest doesn't fill up the whole square around it. There's a gap. So chest isn't sealable. I suppose I could use item tesseracts to teleport the items through. In fact, that would probably save me a lot of piping. But those are expensive, and I don't have any on hand. I don't feel like making them, so bleh. That's how I respond to that. Bleh. Oops. But yeah, this is a fairly cheap way to do it. Get a chest in there, whack it with a wrench. And then item duct. And servo, and do that so it automatically powers out. You don't need a lever next to it, which is nice. Come over. I don't even need to come over that far, but you know, better safe than sorry. We'll just fill this in like so, like so. All right, now I just felt the game jitter, so this is sealed again. That's nice. And here is the pipe coming back up. And where does that tie into? Ties in, damn it, ties in right here. It's a bit wonky, but what isn't in this build? Okay. And yeah, I just felt the game jitter again, so sealed. Sealed! Oops. That won't do. Here we go. And we'll take that. Whew! We're sealed, we're happy, everything's connected. Let's give it a test. We got our wrench. What's in here? Yeah, not too much. Connect it. And these items should be being sucked out. And those items go into here. And they should be dropping into these any second now. The glowstone and silicon ore go directly into there, so they'll be bypassed. But I think, oh, yep, things are being dumped in. Good, good. So we got some redstone ore being processed here. We got some gemstones being processed here. Awesome. So we got some, I think it's topaz, right? No, peridot. There we go. You see it coming in. Doop, doop, doop. Excellent. We got some dust being processed already, so things are going around. Those ingots are coming out, and they should be going right into this one. There they are. 6, 7, 8. Sulfur, I think only the nether quartz generates the sulfur. We should have a couple of more of these coming in as the redstone gets processed. Gems get processed. Everything's going good. Everything is going fantastic. Alright, this makes me happy. Let's connect the other one. Because this one's like super full. Bam, look at it all go. And that stuff should just be flooding in here. This impulse item duct is pretty fast. It's not super fast, but... Wait for it. Wait, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. And that just flows through almost instantly. We have plenty of buffer space, so I don't have to worry about overwhelming these, even with all the extra crap I'm adding to them. Which means I'm pretty much done with this build now. I mean, that was... I mean, I want to clean it up, but in terms of the technical achievements, that's really it. Let me just clean up my inventory a bit, and we'll get all this crap into the system. Leave all this crap behind. Garbage, 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 garbage. I'll come back and pick all this stuff up later. Keep my oxygen tanks on me, though. Is there anything in here that I missed? No? Okay. I have all the silicon ore, I guess. Don't really use the silicon very much. That's all empty. We come in here to the manual input chest and we just dump it all in. That's it. So that should be this topaz? Sapphire. I'll get it right one of these days. Oh, it's the orange that's the topaz. Yeah. Everything's processing away. These are probably full up. Yep. So now you just wait. And right now, everything's kind of stuffed because I put so much in at once. But at the rate these laser drills produce, in practice, that equipment will hardly ever be used. I mean, whatever this is going to produce right now is going to get pulled out so quickly. This is stuffed. What's going on here? Really? How the hell is that possible? Huh. Yeah, whatever this is going to produce, it's just going to go straight through. And especially these gemstones get processed like almost instantly. It's hilarious. Why is this? Oh. Oh. I do believe. Okay, I can do this without breaking the seal. Yeah, the hopper can only empty so quick. I wonder if I can hook the item pipe up directly to it. Let's give that a try. I can. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. Whoops. There we go. Ooh, that worked great. Okay, so now I can clean this up a little bit. We don't need quite so much extra piping here. Hey, we learned another thing. That you can hook the pipes up directly and it works just fine. That's great. I have trapped myself. Here we go. Fill that in. I guess I still have all this. Like, you can see all the pipe work back here. I really should take all this canvas block out and recover it. But maybe some other time. It's really strictly cosmetic. Yeah, okay, that's great. So I can come in here. I'm just going to repeat that on this side real quick. Oop, that just broke the seal. Doop. Doop, doop, doop. Break this. Thank you very much. Put in that. Item pipe. Item pipe, item pipe. Click this in there. Like that. Whack it with the wrench. It's like magic. Awesome. That's just truly fantastic. So we can use item hoppers as an intermediate, a sealable inventory transfer block. Not bad, not bad. I think you have to go vertically because if you basically, I think the rule is if you can see through the block at all, then it won't seal. So this wouldn't seal. A hopper viewed side on wouldn't seal. Chests don't seal. Stuff like that. But vertically, they seem to seal, which is great. I wonder if you can feed them from the bottom and have them come out the top. It might be an experiment I'll try later. But for now, it's been one episode's worth. So I won't keep you any longer. But yeah, I'm glad we got that worked out so quickly. That was terrific. I wish everything would go that smoothly. So thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.